So then, today's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS was the conclusion between Kusanagi and Playmaker's duel. And what did we learn? Well, Yusaku gets out a new Decode Talker, which I don't know who it was, but somebody did call that this would happen in one of the previous episodes. Decode Extender, or Extender Decode, I think it was called. Basically, it's just a slightly upgraded version of Decode Talker. It's pretty cool. It's actually got some good abilities. Got something in my eye then, that really hurt. And again, something else that somebody else called, which I don't even think I mentioned in my last review, so whoever it was who called this last episode, well done. They guessed that Kusanagi was going to be in on it the entire time. They were right, yes, Kusanagi had planned for such an event. He knew the fact that, because Lightning had his brother, he sits down with Playmaker and says, listen, they're going to come to me eventually, and they're going to make me an offer. They're going to say, we're going to kill your brother unless you work for us and defeat Playmaker. So I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to go with this offer because it's my brother. He's my kin, I will do anything for my brother. But what I'm telling you to do, Playmaker, is not hold back. I want you to fight me with your fullest, because if I win, I'll know it's because you held back, and then I won't be able to save everyone in the long run. Whereas you, Playmaker, you will win by sheer strength, and you need to use that strength to defeat the rest of them and save everyone. I only have one connection, and that is with Jin. And little tiny connections, he didn't say it in the anime, but he definitely does have connections with Yusaku and some of the people that he's met as well. Whereas Yusaku, through his experience so far, he now has these bonds with everyone. You could say he has these links with everyone. With link markers. It's so on the nose. My god, the theme of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS has just become apparent to me. Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS is all about creating links with people. I didn't realise. Now I know. So yes, I was actually very happy with this episode because this episode solved the problems that I had with the last episode. In no reality would Kusanagi act this way, this quickly, and like this. Because it didn't make sense for him to just start being all evil and like, I never really cared for you, Playmaker, all those years of me sort of sitting with you, eating hot dogs, laughing and playing, it was all an act. No, I'm glad all that was a lie. And if some people are wondering, well, why do they both seem so pained? Why do they both seem to be like so shocked about attacking each other and some of the revelations that happened? Well, it's because they really were fighting to the AI death, if you will, because the person that did lose that battle, they were going to disintegrate. Yusaku knew this, and that's why he was so pained in this episode to defeat his friend. And I thought, I'm going to say this now, this episode was the best episode for Playmaker because he really showed actual true emotions. I probably just can't remember, but I couldn't tell you the last episode where Yusaku poured so many emotions into a duel. The fact that he was screaming mid-duel, and we actually seen shed some tears after Kusanagi disappears. In fact, the moment his life points hit 0, Yusaku was already sprinting across to try and grab him, but he'd gone. As a little side note, we did see that I did grab Kusanagi's data, which I thought was a little bit strange on one account. The fact that Kusanagi didn't trust I with knowing about this information, because he says to Playmaker, did I come with you? He's like, no, I left him at home. He's like, good, I need to tell you something in private. But I cared very much for Kusanagi, so that's either Kusanagi doubting I a little bit, which is a shame, but I don't know. That was just something that I noted. While all this is going on, Lightning is absolutely having the time of his life. He's like, ha ha ha, Kusanagi, you're such a moron. You never expected this. And he's like, yes, Kusanagi, give in to the darkness. Kill the Playmaker. Ah, ah, ah. So he's turning into a bit of a stereotypical villain in this episode. We see him with the shadowy sort of frown, a bit crazy, maniacal. Nearly every single main antagonist you get in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, you always get that. I call it the Marek Ishtar eye. You know when he's got those crazy veiny eyes that are all like insane? They normally get that. You'll see it sometimes. Their face gets all warped. Sartorius, I think, does it the best. His face gets all distorted. So I wonder if we'll ever have a moment with Lightning where he just sort of loses the plot and he turns into that. Because we see some cracks starting to form with Lightning in this episode. I don't know if you noticed it, but I did. It was the fact that when Yusaku reveals to Lightning that Kusanagi knew all about this, and he was just sort of toying with him, just playing along. Lightning is really insulted by this, I think because of what it represents. It represents a human being, someone that Lightning considers an inferior creature, someone that he's trying to just quell out because the AIs need to rise up above him because they're so much more superior. A human outsmarted this AI. The best AI is how he sees himself as well. So yeah, I think that's going to hit him quite deep. I think that might even push him over the edge a little bit more if it keeps happening as well. So yeah, not as smart as you think you are, Lightning. Now, something I was expecting in this episode, but it never actually happened. I was expecting just a couple of little close-ups, or just seeing Bowman in the background, where Lightning is like saying, like, I don't care about these bonds, I don't care about this sympathy you're talking about, and I'm waiting for just like Bowman in the background. You can sort of see like a little twitch or something where he disagrees with what Lightning's saying. But you only get one like frame where they're both sort of in shot together, and Bowman looks just completely stoic, but that's just an animation thing. So yeah, I still do think that Bowman is going to betray Lightning. I won't dwell on it in this review because I've talked about it loads of times, but I still think that Bowman's going to betray Lightning, or Lightning's going to betray Bowman over their conflicting ideologies of what should happen between the humans and the AIs, or what they should be in the grand scheme of thing anyway. Kusanagi's final words to Playmaker were, I leave the rest to you. And Soulburner is also very hot after this duel. He is. You see him like do that big scream, he's like loads of teeth on him. And he burns with the fires of passion, where he's going to go fight Bowman in the next episode, and he's going to lose, unfortunately. There's going to be some cool revelations. I imagine it'll be a really cool duel. I imagine there'll be a lot of hate-filled dueling in there, and Bowman's going to learn, so this is what hatred is. Yes, I see. It can be both a strength and a weakness. So I imagine something along them lines. If I call that exact phrase, then well, that's pretty impressive. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen, because we've seen love. Bowman's witnessed love. He saw the Blue Maiden duel, where the love, the brotherly bonds, brother and sister bonds between her and Zyzen. Now he's probably going to see some. He's seen, I don't know what this one, sadness, I guess. The sadness in Playmaker from this duel. He's going to see some hatred in the next one. Yeah, Bowman's witnessing all these emotions, man. I can't wait for him to turn. I said I wouldn't talk about it, I am. But yeah, the episode ends with Playmaker falling to the floor, not through physical damage, but more his spirit taking a heavy toll. So I think the next few episodes, we will have a little bit of the Yusaku recovery arc, where Ai's going to probably give him a little pep talk, saying, Kusanaga's entrusted you, you need to get back on your feet, you need to fight. It'll probably take one episode or two, probably seeing Soulburner get defeated, or push him back to bringing into the fight. I'm looking forward to seeing Revolver duel, because you've just been in that bloody that poppy field, or those flower fields for ages. When are you going to duel, man? You see where they all are. Stop watching the duels, just go over there. Guys, that is pretty much everything. Overall, I enjoyed the episode. I thought this was a strong episode, maybe because there was a lot of emotion in there. So I enjoyed it a lot. And if you guys enjoyed it too, let me know what you thought in the comment section below. If you didn't like it, let me know as well. But other than that though, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye everyone.